Hi, I'm Sumessh Menon from SMA, Sumessh Menon Associates, and here you today at Foo Bandra, one of my favorite projects. This is something that you'll see in all the Foos. We always play with banana paper and make some kind of installation out of it. That's where the magic happens, is the kitchen. And what you're seeing here is a lighting installation. The entire restaurant, we wanted to cover it with one kind of form, and that's what we achieved. There's something that we always do in all the Foos, make one lamp, and that's the talking point of the place. And we're super happy with this whole installation done. What you're seeing is the facade there, and that's all done by cane. You've got your grays that's going everywhere. Don't miss the burgundy. Burgundy is the color of Foo. So burgundy is here, on the grid walls everywhere. And now I'm going to show you the $1 million bar that's out there. It has an indoor-outdoor bar. We've done some interesting artwork, done a lot of Asian artwork on it. And if you've seen there, that's the outdoor. So we've done an indoor into an outdoor. That's the famous cherry blossom tree. Don't miss that. That's what Foo is all about. And cocoa. And we've got this very interesting outdoor area. That's the most favorite place of this entire restaurant.
So Sumessh, today you are known as a whiz when it comes to hospitality design. Could you take us back to where it all began?
So it all started doing up a small hole in the wall in New York at the village at Bleecker Street, Masala Times. It's still there. It's a very, very popular place yet. It's an all day open till morning, and very quirky Indian style. Everything made from Bombay and scented, and that was a USP, that we could actually execute it there, but we made everything in India. And that was my first beginning to hospitality, and then there was no looking back. We got a great appreciation out of that place, and that gave me a huge restaurant called Plan B to do in Manhattan, in Soho, and that was a very, very interesting project. And after that, then we did a lot in Dubai and Bombay, all over India and South Africa.
So what were the key learnings from this first project that have helped you carve a niche for yourself today?
So what was really appreciated there was everything was bespoke, custom made and handmade. Nothing was off the shelf. And that is that really was so well appreciated there. From made your own tabletops to larger than life lamps to flooring to bar counters. Nothing was done before. And we had a lot of artwork done by artisans. We printed on ply. That was a new technique 12, 14 years back. And after that we just realized that's the mantra for what we do.
What are the landmark projects you have done in this realm? And could you tell us about them and tell us why they are landmark projects?
So every project is a landmark project, is a favorite project. We are super excited when it comes to any of our projects, whether the ticket size or the floor plate can be 1,000 square feet to a 25,000 square feet place. But yes, it all started with the best one that we did in New York, Plan B. It was a huge size Spanish tapas, and we did some crazy stuff. Everything went from India, and except the floor that was epoxy. We did walls done with a huge Barcelona lady printed on ply, which is a very new technique 14 years back. We did your tungsten steel lamps that were made and hung below the skylights. New York is all about skylights. Furniture went from here. We did tabletops with jute, board, resin. We did some mad stuff, and we still do all of that. And after that, when we came back here, I did Trikaya, a very famous Asian restaurant, about 10 years back. Then we did Coco, and after Coco, there's no looking back. It got us on the globe, and it's still a very, very popular place. It's almost timeless.
So Sumessh, tell us about Foo, where we are sitting right now, and how you landed this project.
So Foo's by Tham Brothers, the same boys who had Coco. So one evening we were at Coco and they told me that they want to come up with another brand called Foo, and which is a notch below Coco and a more super casual place. And they found this flagship Foo, which can't get better, is the one at Phoenix. The property is almost like you're in New York in a meatpacking area with skylights and all of that. So we didn't have to do too much in the ceiling. We were blessed with that kind of height. It's about 30 feet. And all we did is convert the entire square boxy thing into arches. We had 2 sections and we had a large bar. And yeah, I had all the freedom from the boys to do what I wanted to. So we introduced the color burgundy, which is today also at all the Foos, and lot of cane, lot of terrazzo, lot of natural elements, all of that went. And now you're sitting in this Bandra Foo, which is very different. Every Foo is different. We're not repetitive. We keep few elements that is repetitive everywhere as the brand, but yeah, here the focus was on the lamps. You'll see them. Foo has always been the most exciting thing about lamps. Yeah, so we've done all kinds of lamps in every different Foo. Another big USP about this place is I got a lot of indoor into outdoor. So I created that outdoor, and that's become the most favorite place of this restaurant. It's the most desired tables. Whenever there's a booking, the outside goes first and the indoor. So that's the place you're looking. Yeah.
Having designed so many hospitality spaces by now, it must be quite a challenge for you to do something different each time. So how do you ensure that everything doesn't look the same?
So the mantra of SMA is not to be repetitive, and so we make sure every project is different, and I think that's what people are even seeing doing. So we research a lot on artwork. We closely work with a lot of artisans. So there's every restaurant there's an installation. Even the floors are not repetitive. We work a lot with natural stone. There is terrazzo. Even if there's Italian marble, then the laying pattern is different. We work with so many different agencies. As I said, lamps is something our focus. You do the bad lighting, a restaurant can go for it all. So make or break of a restaurant comes a lot with lighting. We focus a lot on that. And every furniture is bespoke. We design them ourselves. Every top of the tabletops are different. Our layouts are different. We don't repeat the same. Some places there are pod seating, some has a community table, some has high and low, different levels of seating. So that's how we work on, because the expectation levels of clients are really high when they get us on board.
Could you tell us about any hospitality spaces that stand out for you, on your travels or anywhere that you have been to?
So for me, the all-time place which I would tell any hospitality designer to go is in New York called Tao. We've got in East Coast and West Coast Tao. It's all about a layout. So Tao is all about multi-levels, multi-bars, and there's everything. You can actually take a notebook, sit down there and, kind of understand how this whole place got transformed. And yeah, so that's my favorite place.
And what is the one constant message you would give to your design team when it comes to designing spaces for hospitality and restaurants?
So for us, as I said before also, we don't get repetitive. We make sure there is a talking point in every restaurant. We give a lot of focus to the bar. The bar is the hero of the space in most of the ones. So if you notice, most of our restaurants, we won't tuck the bar right inside, and we add a lot of prominence to it. So we've done the longest, tallest, all kinds of bars, and yeah, that's what keeps us going.
How important do you think is it to keep in mind the cuisine of the restaurant when you are coming up with the design brief?
So cuisine does work with the decor. We definitely, that goes hand in glove. We get a lot of feedback from the chefs, from the owners. For me, it's even the area that it is, whether which city you're working with, what's the decor. If it's a very very English kind of cuisine, then obviously we will accordingly work on the decor. So lot goes from which city we're situated in. Something that we're doing in the north, we won't do that same thing in Bangalore. Bangalore is very evolved in terms of we can't do those quirky things what we do in Chandigarh or up north. So we need to be very careful which city we're working and work accordingly. Yeah.
How do you keep the creative juices flowing, through the years, doing different things?
So what keeps us going is I constantly visit a lot of restaurants, and whenever we know there's some new openings, I make sure I attend them. I make notes, and even if it's abroad, when I'm going for any of these shows, I'll make sure that city I cover most of the known restaurants, and that's the same thing I do when I go for holidays. So we constantly research. So you eat, drink, talk, walk, restaurants. Yeah.
And which are the new projects now that are on the anvil? What's exciting about them? When can we see them?
So there are lots happening. Some are under wraps. Some I would expose and tell you. Like we're doing a interesting bar, the CCI in town. It's a very heritage-looking place because CCI is all about that. That's the look. And then we're doing a couple of Asian restaurants in Pune, Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, Dehradun, Dubai, all over. So yeah, soon I'm going to start talking about them.